Hey everyone! So, if you can't tell, I'm in a hotel room. A little bit different than my normal background, right? So I just got to my hotel that I'm staying at for my summer session for school. So tomorrow is my first day back at school. Today's Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day. And yeah, so tomorrow will be my first day back and we'll be doing some labs. I actually think that's all we're doing tomorrow is labs. I'm not sure. I'll let you know tomorrow. But yeah, so it is about I think almost 5 o'clock at night. So I'm about to go across the street to the grocery store and get some food. I'm gonna try to get enough food to make meals in my hotel room so that I'm not wasting money eating out while I'm here for 3 weeks, because that would not be good for my wallet or my waistline. So I'm gonna go ahead and get some groceries and I will check in with you guys later. Good morning, everyone. So it is Tuesday morning. I have to film this really quick because I really need to leave. I have to be at school. Actually, I have a little over an hour until I have to be there, but my hotel is a half hour away and I don't really know where I am, so I want to make sure I leave early enough so that I get there on time. But yeah, so I have to dress professionally, so this is about as good as it's gonna get. Got my professional pants on. I'm not really planning on people seeing my clothes most of the day because we're in lab, so I'll be wearing my lab coat most of the day. But yeah, so I think we have 2 labs today. And I'm pretty sure that's all we have, so hopefully we can bust them out and get them done early, and then I can come back to my hotel and hang out for the rest of the night. That's the plan. So I will see you later. I don't know when, but at some point later I will see you. Alright, so I literally have only been back in my hotel room 10 minutes, and I'm already hair back, sweater on, comfy clothes, relaxing. It is about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so we actually got out of my lab out of school in general today at 1 o'clock, so we got out really early. Today was, how the first day of things are. You kind of feel like this is a waste of my day just because they're kind of reintroducing you to stuff and reacclimating you to stuff. So I kind of wish we could have gotten more done because, the more you get done, the faster you can go back home. So, but yeah, so we had a welcome meeting with our advisor this morning for just 20 minutes, and then we had 2 labs. Our first lab wasn't really a lab. It was more like a refresher on lab equipment, so I just kind of zoned out because I used to be a chemistry teacher, so I used to teach people what the lab equipment was used for. So I really didn't feel like paying attention for that. But we had that, and then we had lunch, and then after that we had a really quick lab just to kind of practice measuring stuff, calculating density and specific gravity and things like that. So really easy labs today. So we got out really early, which is okay. I am gonna work out, and I do have to finish a training course for my immunization delivery, because next week we have the on-campus face-to-face course, which is all day, but we have to do an online portion first, which I haven't finished yet. So it's kind of good we got out early today. I can finish that today. So that's all I am doing. I'm going to probably do the immunization stuff first and then work out in a little bit. Good morning, everyone. It is Wednesday. I didn't film anymore yesterday because all I did was work out and finish that immunizations course, so I just really didn't have anything else to film. But it's Wednesday morning, I'm getting ready, and I was looking in the mirror, and I'm finding all these gray hairs. It's do you see it glistening? It's so sad. I'm getting so old. I keep finding new ones. I'd already seen some a couple weeks ago, but I keep finding new little glistening gray hairs, and it's kind of scaring me a little bit. But anyways, okay, I have to get ready. I have an hour until I have to be out of here, so. So I just got back to my hotel room. It is Still Wednesday. Did I say that this morning? I don't know. It's Wednesday. It's like 6 o'clock, so today was a really long day. But we did have a really big break today. So this morning I got there at 9, and we had communications class. So we did like practice patient interviews with our group mates, and things like that. Just talked about like good communications and being empathetic and all that kind of stuff. For 2 hours we had that class, and then we were supposed to have a class like in between that and like our lab class, but there ended up being a problem with the scheduling. I don't know what happened, but we ended up having like a 3.5 hour break in between things. So I actually ended up going out to lunch with some people in my class, but it was a good thing because I was able to kind of talk to some people from my class, and there was one guy that came to lunch with us who is doing better in my pharmaceutics classes, which, I mean, I know classes are over now, but I really wanted to like pick his brain and find out what his study techniques are for doing that well, because, you know, I have done very well in all my classes except for pharmaceutics. I cannot seem to just do well in that class. And I always want to hear different study techniques that are working for different people, you know? So I was just kind of asking him what he does to get some insight. So I'm hoping to implement some of his strategies in the fall when classes start again. But yeah, so then we went back, and at like 2:30 we had our lab for the day, which we didn't get out of until like 5:15. So that was pretty long. So that's all we did today. Tomorrow, I believe we have two labs tomorrow. So, and I'm pretty sure that's all we have for tomorrow. So I'm actually really tired. I'm not even going to work out tonight. I think we're just going to go take a shower and just relax in bed because I'm tired. But yeah, it was a very long day today, but it was a good day. Alright, so I completely forgot to vlog most of today. I'm so sorry. I'm like the worst vlogger. Honestly, I just forget to do it. But today is Thursday. It's actually like probably 6 o'clock. What time is it? 6:12 p.m. So it's Thursday evening. So today I had 2 labs, and that's all we had today. So for the first lab, we made a buffer solution, and so we just tested how the buffer solution worked with an acid and with a base, and you know how good it buffered the solution, and did all the calculations with that and everything. So pretty basic. We just used like a pH probe to measure the pH and all that. That was really easy. And then after lunch we had a lab on aseptic technique. So we learned how to, so if you're in the hospital and you had to make an IV bag of an antibiotic, we learned how to like take the vial of the antibiotic, use the syringe, you know, take out a certain amount of the antibiotic, inject it into the like saline bag and all that. So that was really fun and really interesting because it finally felt like we were doing a lab that has to do with the profession, you know, not just like a random chemistry lab like that I did in high school or that I did in college. That really doesn't mean much, you know. So that was really fun. And we got out at like 3, I think a little bit before 3, so we got up pretty early today, which was cool. So I've just been chilling in the hotel room. I've been responding back to some comments. I've been kind of bad at responding to comments on videos just because I was getting ready to like leave and, you know, come down here for classes and everything, so I just kind of, it kind of slipped my mind. It wasn't my priority. But I wish I got some video clips of the lab today, but I'm big on appropriateness and professionalism, and I just felt like when I'm in the lab, my job is to be focused on what I'm doing and do it properly, and I feel like it's really unprofessional to like take out my phone or my camera and be taking videos of it. So I try to get like a video clip of the lab in general, but like taking clips each day of what we're actually doing, I just don't think is very professional. So I'm sorry if that's something that you wanted to see. Hopefully my recap of it is good enough, but yeah, that's why you don't see a clip every day of what we're actually doing in lab. I just don't think it's very appropriate for me to be taking out my phone. So on that note, I think I'm gonna go try to find a Netflix movie because I'm not thrilled with the channel selection at the hotel I'm at. There's like no good channels here. So I have my computer, so I think I'm gonna watch some Netflix. All right, so I just got to school. It is Friday. It's the last day of the week, thank God. I have 2 labs today, and then I also have a 1-hour session called like study skills and time management. So interested to hear what they're gonna say in there. Hopefully I can pull out like a tidbit or two that might, help me a little bit, but I'm pretty good with my time management, so we'll see. But yeah, hopefully I'll get out early enough because I am driving back home today. So hopefully I get out early enough so I can leave, early and kind of beat rush hour traffic getting home. But I'm very excited to go home today. So I am driving home from school right now, and it should only take like 2 hours. And I've been driving for about 2.5 or 3 hours, and it is torrentially downpouring. Hey everyone, so it is Sunday, so I am so sorry, I forgot to end the vlog on Friday. I was driving home and it was raining. What should have been like a 2-hour drive took me about 4 hours to get home, so once I finally got there, I was just exhausted from driving for 4 hours in the rain. But recap of Friday, I had 2 labs, and in between those 2 labs, we had a study skills and time management session. The labs went good. The first one was pretty long because we had to sit there and take measurements of absorbances at like 20-minute intervals for 100 minutes. So we were like forced to stay in the lab the whole time. The afternoon lab was like really easy. There's like 3 little mini labs, and we were just testing like contact angle, so like hydrophobicity, how like lipophilic or hydrophilic like the substances were, bulk density, so calculating the density of the powder once you pack it down, and things like that. So really simple. So we actually got out like 2 hours early on Friday, which I thought would be awesome because I thought it would beat traffic, but it ended up being really trafficy anyways just because of the rain. So, and then that study skill session, not helpful. They made it seem like we hadn't been in school for a year, and they were kind of talking about like what learning is, and like they didn't give you any specifics. Like after a year in pharmacy school, you would think if they're going to have a study skill session, they'd be like, okay, here are some study skills specifically that you should be like trying out to see if they work for you for different classes. Here are some different methods of time management, how you can manage your time being a distance education student. Like you would think that's what it would be, but it wasn't like that at all. So I should just refer them to my YouTube channel. So I just got back to my hotel room after being gone for the weekend, and not gonna lie, it was really hard to leave home this time. I really miss being home. But I'm ready to start the second week and get it over with so I can go back home again. And I'm so sorry that like I don't have a lot of footage. Like this is such a boring vlog, and I'm really sorry about that. I'm really gonna try to get more footage in the next one on campus as much as I can. But like I said, it's hard because I don't want to film at inappropriate times. So I'm really gonna try to make a conscious effort to film little snippets of things this week and try to, stick them in the vlog. So I'm really sorry if this is like really boring. Please don't thumbs it down. I know it's boring. I'm gonna try to make it better next week. It was also, such an adjustment coming down here and figuring out where I am and just getting adjusted to being here, but hopefully this week's vlog will be a little bit more interesting for you. So with that, I'm gonna go eat dinner. I am starving, and I will see you in next week's vlog. Bye.